what's going on, guys? I'm Benijin King FX here. I'm welcoming you guys to this YouTube channel and to this trading expert, chartist, analyst. I could give myself many caps, but yes, I can do many things. So yes, I've been trading for the past 5 years, very intensively, and I'm very glad to talk with you guys and anyone who may be uh, a fan of trading, any type of things like me who enjoy trading, who is looking for information about trading, who is trying to better his financial situation through trading. So it can be trading currencies, trading forex, so those so currencies, forex, and options. I don't do binary options on this channel, but the strategies can be used to trade binary options. You can trade commodities with the strategies we use. We can trade, I would say most importantly, because many people they are into stocks, indices, anything, you know, any asset, anything you can trade with these strategies we are using. So I'm very glad to have you here, and if you're part of the VIP memberships, if you're part of the more VIP communities, welcome too. And even if you're a newbie, you don't know nothing about trading, hopefully we can connect, and I can help you because I have very wide range of understanding of trading. I've seen mostly everything around. I'm not saying that I've seen everything, but I'm not like amazed by content around trading or course and everything like I used to, because I'm mostly taking a lot of courses, trying to expand my knowledge about the last 5 years, and it's been really great. But right now, most of the things I see is just redundant and just feeling like a full circle, like I'm eating a full circle in trading. So, yeah, we are not talking just about me and ego and bullshit about me. I'm just here to help you guys, but I have to let you know my knowledge and let you know that we are the shit right here. You know, we know well what we're doing, and we try to doing well and the best that we can do. So I'm welcoming you guys, and hopefully we can continue this adventure together. So what I want to do right now, real quick, is a Bitcoin analysis. So I'm on TradingView right now. That's my own personal account with my charts and everything in place. I have many charts and many sessions. Many sessions. This session is around the strategy I use, but I have other sessions. Maybe we will dive into that. Pretty much what we can see right now is that if you go on long term, that Bitcoin is looking like it's rebounding up right now. So if you go from the monthly, you see this big bounce of the 50 EMA here, which is like a major key moving average that can be used as a support and resistance. In this case, it's using it as a support to bounce off it, and it's trying to moving up. Maybe it will last, maybe it will reach the last resistance here. Let me put that on right here, around right here. Okay, maybe it will reach that, maybe not. We will see. Maybe it will continue and pass that, and that's most of the investors, that's what they would like to see. So hopefully, yes, you can get in the train on that big move up if it's the case. If it's not, moving in direction of the trend, that's the most important thing. Keep moving in the direction of the trends, guys. Okay, so it's bouncing, and if you keep zooming by going on the left, we went on the weekly, we go now on the daily, and we keep zooming in this move. So if you go back, we're zooming out, so you can see the move on a, let's say, higher perspective. If you dive, you go to a lower time frame like daily now, you will see the move more expanded. Okay, all this time frame, what you do when you use them is just you move out. You always start from the monthly, because this monthly will show you the bigger picture of the move, and you go down to the weekly, and it will expand what you're looking at, expand every move to like smaller pieces, so you can see more of the move and more of the details of the move. And every bar you're looking at, every candles, these bars, red and green bar, is the candlestick, and each candle represents a time, which is like, which each candle on the weekly represent 1 week. So this candle represents 1 week, one move during a week, a week, a week, a week, even the smaller one. And so if you look at the evolution of this, you see the move moving up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, big down move, moving a little bit up and going down and moving back up again, like waves. It move, the market move in waves. So that's one very important point to notice and to observe. To be great at trading, you need to have a good sense of observation and details, and looking at every detail and observing things and using the tools you have the right way. That's the most important thing that you have to understand. The indicators you're going to use are tools. Use them as tools and try to find the right indicators that will be the right tools you need to build your financial success. And the tools you're going to use, you want them to be the right ones that can help you decode what's going on with these bars going up and down, representing the move of the price of the Bitcoin versus the dollar here. So it's a comparison of the move of the Bitcoin against the dollar, you see. So the more you see it going up, the more the Bitcoin is gaining in value against the dollar. So the more the value of the Bitcoin is bigger than the dollar. So you always compare what you see, the Bitcoin versus the dollar. The value on the left is pretty much the value you are seeing represented by the bars compared to another asset, which is the dollar here. So Bitcoin is represented on the chart, and we represent the move of the Bitcoin compared to the dollar. So the Bitcoin moves higher and higher and get more value than the dollar, and then it goes down. So it's losing strength now. So it's losing value against the dollar. It will pretty much, when it goes down, it's pretty much like the dollar is getting bigger than the Bitcoin, and when it's moving up and going up, the Bitcoin is gaining more value than the dollar. That's pretty much what you can see. And the green, we call it the bulls. So it's like two teams fighting, the green against the red. The more green you see, it's like the green is winning and gaining uh, more space, and is going bigger. And the less you see green and the more you see red, red are the bears. So the more you see the bears, the red team, you see bigger candles of the red, it represent like the bears, and that's telling you that the other asset is gaining power. So the dollar representing is like the bear and is red, and the Bitcoin is more like the green. That's how I would explain it for you in a simple way. So it's like two teams fighting against each other, and that's exactly what's going on. When you see the green winning, it's the buyers, and the one who are the bulls, who are on the bull sides, and they are making money. And when the red is starting to gain more and more representation here and more bigger bars, that means that the sellers or the bears are winning. They are gaining more and more value, that I would say, compared to the Bitcoin, the bears being the dollar. I don't want to overcomplicate stuff, but we are looking at the Bitcoin value and against the dollar. So the Bitcoin been going up. If you go on the monthly, you can see that the Bitcoin is going up and down, up and down, up and down. And so it's gaining a lot of value. The value was there, and it was very low. For example, here $100 and $354, and now we can see it has been hitting like 59 and even 60, more than $60,000, and getting down now to about around $42,000. That's what you have now. So pretty much it's showing you that the Bitcoin has gained a lot of value in very short amount of time, because you can see it's the time represented here, 2014 to now we're hitting 2021 August. So you see the representation of the value of the Bitcoin against the dollar during this range of time from 2014, for example, here to 2021. So that's what you see on the chart. And for this chart, BTC USD, which is Bitcoin against US dollar, like I was telling you. So it's bouncing up now. If I go down to zoom, it's going up, and around 12th of April it started going down. So you could segment or cut it like this, so you can represent. And the move was started up, you can say it started like here. And if you look at these stochastics, it's helping you seeing the evolution of price, the momentum, so the power of the move. You could say it started like here. Okay, you can segment it if it helps you. You can even segment this part, and it's showing you that a small growth, and then boom, it explodes. Sometimes you can do that if you want. If you're a beginner, it will help you see the evolution and the big parts, big moves of the price and the segmentation. This part being more stagnant, and this part being in an expansion of price and a growth, a big growth happening with the big candles we call them big engulfing candles when they are covering over past candles, which is the case here. This one is a big engulfing candle because it's covering and it's moving above the previous candles. And so these candles are very important and they represent the move of the price, okay? The move of value of the price, okay? So that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. It's just a quick presentation. um, you see this, the move down. We can even move that here to be more precise. Move that starting, and if you, when you zoom out and you move like up and you're going up on the view, you see that when it started moving down here, if you zoom in to see this part well, you see that when you zoom, you go down, it will zoom. If I go even more on the left, on a 4 hour, it will zoom it even more, and you won't see the red light, the red line that was separating the move. I have to go down there on the left to see it again. You see, you still don't see it. We still don't, because it has zoom and show you the move in detail of the price, and every bar, every candle represent 4 hour now instead of 1 day, which is 24 hour. You see the difference? That's why you have more bars on 4 hour than on daily, because on daily each bar represent 24 hour. Like this, you see that? So the move is more detailed when you go on the left. You have more and more, and if I zoom, I keep zooming, you will see more and more of the moves, you know. So that's very interesting, very nice. So to get back, it was just to showing you how to navigate, because everything you're using now is just a help to help you navigate through the charts and seeing the evolution of the price. And these charts are tools, guys. Most of the people, they don't explain it to you right. You have to understand that you need to understand how to navigate through the charts. Don't stay on one chart like some people do and trade. No, we need to move to this chart, to this chart. If we need to understand the move of the price, and the more you want to make money, the more you want to go down and trade like more and more detailed and more smaller moves. But it become more and more dangerous, because you lose. If I keep zooming, what's gonna happen? I'm losing the higher view of the move, for example, that I can see on the weekly. Here we can see we are in the downtrend still here, but now it's starting to bounce. But it's more so on the downtrend on the weekly, but if you go on the daily, you will see that this is an uptrend that is starting here, a trend moving up like this. So use all these different time frames, these times: 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute, daily, weekly, monthly, to zoom in and out and have a better view of the move of the price in detail. And so if you want to trade and make more money, you will have to if you want to trade like shorter time frame, and you want to trade and for example make your money work more, you can expand these charts and go to a lower chart, and so you can trade more moves, but it becomes more dangerous because you lose uh, sights, you lose vision of the higher picture, the bigger picture of the move that is going up on the daily right now. It's going up here. We could have put a line like this here to differentiate it, to show you the segmentation. You see how everything is about trend on the market. You have to find trends and trade those trends. So downtrend, uptrend, we segment downtrend, and here is stagnation. We call that consolidation, even though it's moving a little bit down, but it's very consolidated in this area. You see how the lines help you get like a view, and you see that the price was into that rectangle here and didn't move out of it. And so here you see a uptrend here, and it's not finished. It can continue and reach the new resistance. We call resistance the line that has above, and when the price hit it from below to like a ceiling, we call it resistance. When it touch down, when it touch like down like this, we call it support. It's like a floor. Ceiling, resistance, floor, support. That's how we call these lines. These lines, you have to know how to make them, to trace them like I do. And when you do know, and you trace the major lines, support and resistance lines we call them, you have like that's the psychological points where like price will reach. For example, this line, it's at $40,866. This line is $31,614. So these are major lines where the price will bounce off, up and down, and maybe stay in those zones. And they are very psychological zones, that anytime that price may come to that line or to these zones, it may stop and bounce. So you can use them. They are very important, you know. This video is just like an overview of many things, and that's how I teach. The way I teach is very funny, it's very cool. I can go and show you like many different stuff, and it's like an immersion pretty much. And we talk about many things, many new terms, but by doing it often, it will come natural to you and you will have the understanding of the terms. But I like to avoid like very complicated terms and use them for later. So that's the way I teach most of the time. But as you can see, this line, price have bounced here, hit the resistance because it's the ceiling, and going down and trying to move above this line. And if you want to see more of that part here and see that as a trend, you can trade these if you go on a lower time frame, like maybe 4 hour. You see that this is the same zone that you see here. From here to here, here is your 31,000 line and your 40,000 line. You can see it in a bigger bigger way here. You see that? It's the same representation with more details, the same thing that you're looking at on the daily. If you go on the left, it will zoom in on the 4 hour and you will see more of the same move. Okay? It's the same move with more details, so you can trade those and use these tools, use these charts to have a better view of what you're doing and trade properly. So you can trade properly using the tools the right way and seeing what you're doing and finding trends. It's all about, let me put that. It's all about finding trends and trade them. Trade those trends. That's the goal, guys. That's the goal. And you're gonna use these tools so you can enhance, have a better view of the trends. For example, this trend that started here, maybe if we was here like this, let me show you some. Maybe you didn't see this part. Okay, let's say you was at this part. You're like, oh, maybe the stochastics are both down. It's showing you that maybe it can bounce, and you can see rejection here. It's going down and it can't go down anymore. It start going bouncing, going here and going back and bouncing again. So you go on a lower time frame to see it on 4 hour, and you're gonna see the same move. So this trend, and let me show you where it bounced. It's here. You see, that's where it started bouncing, here, and creating a new trend. So you want to look for the trends. When you find the trends, pretty much we like to find trends on, if you want to trade long term, you can trade on daily, weekly, monthly. That's very long term. I like to trade like 4 hour. It can last for a few weeks, few days, sometimes 5 days, 10 days. If you look at this trend here, for example, it started here at this line, at this candle, sorry, 31 July 2021. So 21 July until here. You see how you can put another line here and define your trend. This trend that started on 21 of July, I can do this so you identify it better. This trend started on 21 of July 2021 and it lasted for until 1st of August. So it's pretty much from here to here, so it's like almost 1 week and a half. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1 trading day, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus trading days, you know. So it's almost 2 weeks of trading. 1 week full and a few days, you know, 1 week and a half like this of trading. Okay, so it's pretty nice move, you know. That's what we use in our measure strategies, I can say, not right now, but it's pretty much always the same thing, guys. You want to trade the big trends that are going up, and once you see it, you can zoom in. And for example, this trade from 21 of July to 1st of August, you can zoom in again on 1 hour. So you see 1 of August is zoomed so much that you have to go back and see. You see that? You see more of the move. You're gonna see that the beginning here, and this indicator is telling you to buy here, which is a good call, and the start of the move. You can use many indicators to show you when the trend is most likely starting, and what you want to do is trade and bet on big trends and trying to get the most of these trends, and that's what we do. Okay, so we're trying to find these trends on the 4 hour, and then you can trade them on a lower time frame like 1 hour to get a better view. When you see the stagnation like here, you can put lines again, horizontal lines which are support and resistance line. You can put one here because you see like price reaching to that zone and then bouncing down here. Once it is cross above, you can start getting in and wait, maybe reaching the next line above if you have defined this line already. And when it's touching it, you get out, for example here, when here or here, when it's touching it, and you could have made a lot of if you entered here, from here to here, it would have been like let's see, seven, let me see, yes, 7,740. So you can see it, it's on the blue on the left, 7,742 pips. So it's like units of move that we use, and it can be represented in dollars or cents or 10 cents or anything you want. And pretty much that's what you're gonna do, is define how much money you want to trade on this move, and pretty much using the right volume, we call it in trading. That's what's telling you every 1 pips how many dollars represent 1 pips. It can be anything you want. It's just about how much you want to risk, how much money you want to risk on that trade, and try to risk not more than 2%. 2% is already very good, very high, because you want to keep as much money on your account as possible and as many possibilities as possible. So you cut like all the money you have on your account and in small pieces, so you can bet maybe like 1 penny every time. If you like Picsou, if you know the cartoon Picsou, and you just want to throw 1 penny on every bet, that's better to think like this, because you're going to protect your money. Picsou don't like to spend and lose money, so that's the best way to do it, to protect your assets, protect your money on your account, and don't do like most beginners who just throw everything they have on one bet and just going all in like in poker. You don't want to play that game, you know. You want to be more conservative and protect your money and just invest a small bit, and you'll be good to go for a long time in trading. If you do like 2%, some do. I have friends who are trading, they are very good traders who trade only 1% or 0.75 0.75%, less than 1%. Some do even 0.50%, so less than 1%, half of a percent. You know, me, I like to do 2% because I've always been like not greedy, but I like to take more risk and grow my account faster and believe in my strategies and have more like sniper type of strategies, or strategies that make you more, so you can every time you risk 2% is to get maybe 5 times that money. If you risk $1, you want to get two, three, four, five. Me, I like to go until $7, $10. I like to find big moves that will make me way more money, and so I don't invest a lot of money, and I get more for my buck pretty much. If I invest $1, I want to make 7 to 10 times that. So I take my time to choose the right opportunities that will give me a big risk reward ratio, they call that. So it will give me more reward than the risk I take, like way bigger reward. So I will get 7 times, 5 times, 10 times my money, and I will be very happy that I took that risk, because I only take risk that can give me way more money. So even if I lose 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, I just have to win maybe 1 time, and I will do like 10 times the money. So it will cover my losses and I will be very good, you know. That's a very important part. It's called money management. It's the way you manage your money, the amount of risk you take compared to the wins you make. You have to look for opportunities that will give you way more money than what you risk. Most people, they're trying to make a move for $1. They invest, they try to get $1, which you can do, but you have to be like you have to use strategies that are very sure, you know. If you're going for, if you want to make more money and you don't want to stay long on the charts and having maybe a slower time, a slower process of growth, you can use strategies like I'm doing, because at the end of the day, you risk just $1 to make 7 or 10, compared to someone who is trading more to make $1 of to risk $1 and make $1 and make $1. They trade more, but that doesn't mean that they will make more money than you that may trade less, but going for bigger and more sure moves, you know, because we're using the bigger picture and we are not focused on 5 minutes, 15 minutes, or 30 minutes, even though it doesn't change anything, because it will be still trading trends. What you have to understand, guys, you can trade on 30 minutes, 4 hour, daily, weekly, monthly, anything you want. You still have to find those trends, identify those trends, and trade those trends. Find those trends, identify those trends. I like that. And trade those trends. Trading is all about being able to find trends and trade them by using the tools that you have. Tools that you have. These tools are indicators, the different time frames, and yes, indicators and the different time frames, so you can see and find good trends. Okay, you can use support and resistance too. Support and resistance lines. Okay, like we show. So you see this move, you would have make, for example, if you would have put your stop loss, so stop loss would have been, maybe you don't understand it yet, you will start to understand. Just follow me, guys. Let's say that if price went the opposite way until this line of 31,000 and we put our stop below, it would be 1,837 pips. So we risk 1,837 pips to make, if it touch this line, it will be 7,725. So it's almost 6 times more, around 6 times more money. Okay, 5 to 6 times more, which is very good. We try to find 7 times, even up to 8, 9, 10 times even. You can choose a number and trying to, or you don't choose a number, you trade from support to resistance, from lines to lines, to the major lines like I showed you, and you will make really good, like you will multiply it, for example, in this case, more than 5 times your money that you invested on that trade. Okay, if you invested $100, it will make you more than 500 and some money. Okay, so very important, to try to find the trend and find bigger moves and bigger trends, so you can make more money and risk less, like small. You risk small to make big. Okay, big money. That's the goal. You see that one trend here, you could put that here, so you learn to identify those trends, to understand what the trend is. You see, that's a trend, downtrend because it's going down, uptrend when it's going up. Here it's more like small trend here, downtrend, small trends, downtrends. You can raise that here. Okay, that's a small uptrend, small downtrend, small bigger uptrend from here to here, and so on, guys. And each of these you can trade on the lower time frame, like 1 hour, and it will be making you better entries, find great entries, and make you more money. And you can identify the trends better. That's the way to do it, guys. So that's pretty much, it's very random lesson, but that's the way I teach, and it works very good with students, because from time to time we talk about this, we talk about that, and very simple way I let it flow. I'm just liking to let the universe guide me when I want to go with the person and adapt to that person and his understanding of the market. I don't like to have like something very already written and already decided. I like to follow just the process and the flow, because sometimes when you teach that, people have a hard time, for example, with the trends. So you will focus on the trends with them and focus on things that they don't understand, or focus on things that are important for them to master and everything, and you just flow with it. Once you know about this stuff, you know about it very well, like I do, in detail. You don't need any script, you can flow with it, and pretty much teach it. I could have talked about these lines, these moving average lines. We are very useful. This one is a bigger one, there's a smaller one, like this one is 50 period, so it represents every 50. It makes you an average of every 50 candle. This one is a bigger one, it make an average of every 200 candles. And this orange one is an average of every 8 candle. I can teach you that later on. It's another tool we use. You have this indicator, so it can be confusing sometimes. I just delete this indicator and just keep the moving average, for example. I have another layout or another type of chart where or strategy where I don't show this, so it's easier to read. When you move advanced, everything makes sense, but when you're starting, you need like a clearer picture to understand every part of it. So love you guys, hope you liked this little lesson. You see how our lines, you see again segmentation here, 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 here. You can do that again and again and trade those trends. I can do that with you right now. Segment it like this. Small here, here. Let's see here. This, which is a trend still. Even it's very like narrow and doesn't move a lot, but it's still a trend. And if you go on a lower time frame, like 1 hour, it will be bigger and easier to trade. And this one is more, he has better shape. You see how it's easy when you segment it and you use, like I told you, the vision, and focus your vision on the trend. You see that? How everything is smooth? That's the way I do it, guys. And you see the stochastics I use, how they are very helpful to give you the trends and the measure support and resistance lines, and when the price bounce off these lines. Some people don't use the stochastics and they just use the measure support and resistance line that they do before. They trace them before and they use them, and they know that when price gonna reach these big lines, it most likely will bounce like it did here. or you can use that, but there's a way to do it that's very advanced. I have a very advanced technique that I'm most likely the only one to I've seen using this way, the way to teach the stochastics that can help you predict a lot of things on the markets, and that is very advanced. So I'm not going to teach that now, but I give you an overview with this video. That's the basic of that. You see that? Another trend here. You can have put it here. Like I told you, I focus on more the 4 hour, and then I enter on the 1 hour. When I see it's reaching a zone like this and lines like this, I'm getting ready to enter on the 1 hour. And I will, for example, on 21 of July, get on the 1 hour and go back. Oh, sorry guys. Let me delete this line here. I did by accident. We go back to first. You see that big move to July beginning. The move started even here. We could have put, you see, on 1 hour you can do another segmentation of it, because you have these zones. The more you go down, the more you see micro trends that becomes tradable on a lower time frame. Again, you zoom in by going on, for example, on 30 minutes. Look at this, and we see what was it, 21 of July. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in. For example, we can trade this from 21 of July to still 21 of July, but end of it, that's a day here. So you can trade it on the 30 minutes. It will give you a wider and better view. 21 of July, the day of 21 of July. We go back, which we are 29 here, 28. Let's go back faster, like this. I'm gonna bring you to 21 of July so you can see this trend. You see how we have zoom in and you see more of everything. I love these guys. I can't stay on the charts. Like, I enjoy this work. I enjoy it's not even a work for me, it's passion, you know. I love this. I love this game. So 21 of July on 30 minutes, and you have a better view, and you can even do 15 minutes, you know. So 21 of July is separated by these dots, like line, vertical lines, to show you each day. 21 of July, beginning of the day, and end of the day, 22 of July, starting here. Okay, so 21 of July we could have trade this trend. That's one of my strategy I use. It's the wow, it's very good strategy, very advanced too, but very good. So you can have instead of focus on 1 hour, which is very close to the 30 minutes, but 30 minutes gives you more details. That's why I love it. It's very very represented. So you will have like a buy here. You could have take like a small like stop loss from here to here, for example, and make a big until this line. You see that how it went up, touched this line, and went down, back down. Okay, these lines are very respected. So if you have put an exit here, because you can program that and say, let me exit at $32,815, you will have make like a major move from here, to here, which is 2912. You see that? 2912 points for risk like of let's see how much. Let's take a risk until this line here. Okay, this tool is not very like this line here, which is 427 to make 200 2880. Let's use the calculator. 2880 divided by 427. That's what we had, right? Yes, let's say that. Okay, it gives you 6.7 times your money. You win 6.7 times what you would have invested. That's the move. That you see that close to 7. That's the move I'm talking about, guys. If you can do that, you well protected, and pretty much you can lose 6.7 times again, and you still will be at zero and would have not lost anything of your any initial money. So you have 6 chance, like almost 7 chance, 7 loss you can take, and you still have been at zero because you will have won 7 times more the money that you would have put in initially. So it's amazing, guys. If you can make big moves like this, you have a lot of mistakes you can do and still be way above in terms of money you earn at the end. You have to understand that the mathematics and how to go for, like I said, big risk reward ratio. So it's telling you that you risk less to earn way more. That's very important. Big moves, small stop loss. We call this the stop loss, the zone from the point you enter to the point like you want to exit if it goes the opposite direction of what you decide. So it protects you, and you risk your money into in that zone. I will teach you that if you want, maybe in another video, or if you do private coaching with me, I can teach you that. Okay, so big move on the 30 minutes. By going on the 30 minutes, we get a better entry with this tool, for example. Okay, guys, so that's pretty much it for today. It was just an overview, but very very good overview, because most people, they don't teach things like this using the tools we have like this. I was on the 1 hour. Let me go on the 4. You see how it's well segmented, it's well explained and shown like this. So when you go on the lower time frame, everything is well defined and you can find the days, the hours. And when you go on a smaller time frame, you have the representation of your trend, the static trend and everything. I love this, guys. I can teach that all day, and hopefully you enjoy this session, and talk to you to another one. It was just a little session with you, and look forward. You can book me if you want to learn how to trade from start to beginning, and just reach out. I will leave my social media in the description. Feel free, guys. Invest in you learning. I've done that so many times. I spend maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars like in the last 7 years learning marketing, learning everything I need, like spirituality, self-development course, learning how to be disciplined like I am now, very focused on disciplines, spirituality, how to meditate, how to have a focused mind, and everything I did, uh, taking one-on-one coach, like for dating, for relationships, for everything I did is an investment in myself. And now I'm reaching the point where I'm making big money, big moves, and I have a big network of people I can count on. They can count on me, and you can join the family if you are like what you need to be like us. You need to have a positive mindset. You need to be a great person, and we are gonna make big moves in that group we have. It's a small group of people I'm starting now, and I'm very careful about my circle, guys. I don't talk to much people. I'm very, like you can see on the social media, I don't show anything. Mostly, I show things that I want and that I find that are interesting to show, but most of the time I don't show off on anything like this. And I like to be there for my people and the small group and small group I have of people that I can count on, and it's quality over quantity. That's the rule for me. That's how I move. And okay, see you guys on another video, another day, an amazing another day of trading and teaching with you. And see you soon. And love you guys. Take care. Keep improving and growing and learning every day. See you guys. It was Billy Jean King FX. Talk to you later. Bye bye.